Marnie, thank you for jumping on this call with me. Maybe you can tell me your role within the organisation and what you've been doing lately with the Keeping the Spirit Alive working group.
Yeah, I'm on the board and also have the pleasure of chairing our PANDA committee, the Programs and Activities Committee, which has oversight of all the programs and activities that the organisation runs. And so obviously we don't have as much to oversee at the moment with all of our programs and activities on hold. So we thought this was a great time to stop and start a process that looks at what else could we be doing during this time. And let's think about how we can continue to serve both through the lockdown and also beyond.
And what kind of people are in the group?
Yep, the Keeping the Spirit working group is made up of all of the Programs and Activities Committee. So that includes the leaders of big camps and the Slushy King and Queen, and also our program leaders. And then also we put out an EOI for anyone else who had the time and energy to join this group. And so we've also brought in a fantastic range of people across the age range and with different experiences within the organisation who have joined together with the Programs and Activities Committee to brainstorm these opportunities.
And how many meetings have you had so far? There's been 2, right?
Yep. Yes, we've had 2 workshops. So at the first workshop, we looked at what are the needs or the challenges that we'd like to address. And we categorised 3 general groups that we would like to serve. The first one is our members themselves. How can we better serve our members during lockdown and beyond? Second group was how can we serve our existing partners, organisations like VSK, Mirabel, the organisations that send participants to Atlas, those organisations that we already have a partnership with. And the third group was looking at, all right, what about the rest of the Victorian community? Are there any other needs and groups out there that we could potentially serve? It was a really productive workshop that we had last weekend, looking at the opportunities. And interestingly enough, a lot of themes we broke into the 3 separate groups, matching those 3 groups that I just talked about, and saw a lot of similar themes coming through them, which I think is a really good sign that people are thinking in similar ways and with similar ideas. One of the really strong themes that came through was around skill share. How can we tap into all the skills that we have with our members, whether they've acquired them through their professional or personal lives, or they've acquired them actually at camp? And how can we match them to any of our members, or potentially members of our partner organisations, or even of the community at large, perhaps VCE students, and try to provide some of those skills which could be done either online while we're truly in lockdown, or in smaller groups as we begin to open up. We've been looking in the very immediate future, say the next 6 to 12 months, but also definitely with an eye to, can we create programs that live well beyond the pandemic? It's a really good opportunity to rethink what are the core strengths that our organisation and our volunteers bring to the community, and how can we use them in different ways beyond how we've been serving so far, which has mostly been through camps down at Summers, and then some other programs at Powerhouse or around Victoria a bit.
It's a great chance to innovate and deliver with the passion that we do with all of our programs.
It sure is. And what we've been sure to do and will continue to do as we further develop these ideas is to make sure they're grounded squarely in our mission and our values, and also our program quality framework, to make sure that we are meeting all of those goals in delivering any new programs.
If there's a member that is not a part of the, or just a volunteer, someone who's involved with our organisation, who's not in the working group, but they have an idea, is there an avenue for them to go down?
Absolutely. They should feel free to email Vicky, and she can share it with the group, and we'd love to take on any suggestions for sure.
What are the next steps for the working group now?
Yeah, so we'll be synthesising everything that we, all the opportunities and ideas that came out of the last workshop, and bringing them back to PANDA to talk about a process going forward. And we'll definitely share with our members, our volunteers, what we're doing moving forward and other opportunities to be engaged in the process as we seek to roll some of these ideas out. Some of them will be very simple and quite easy, I think, and others will take a lot more planning.